Hey, this is Dr. Rowe here, just fresh off a back treatment, so I'm feeling a little bit alleviated and detensioned, and I just wanted to quickly respond to some messages that have come in over the last week, and also on the back of a video that I did yesterday, which is a personal share, which you may or may not have seen, but if you didn't, you might want to go and look at that. And it's really to do with your business, your brand, who you are, and standing up for what you believe in. And several people have said to me over the last month or so, they had a bit of a rocky time back end of last year and into the start of this year. And in some cases, it's to do with business relationships. In some cases, to do with working relationships. In some cases, it's to do with branding and your own brand and getting your message out there. And I mean, this is a deep subject. I'm not going to get into it right now, but I thought I'd just talk about it to maybe provoke some thoughts, to get you commenting, and maybe get you go and think about who you're doing business with at the moment. But the most important thing I would say is this: if you have a product and you have a brand and you have a message, a service that you want to get out to the marketplace, and you truly, passionately, freaking believe in it, then choose your business partners carefully. That's number one. Choose people that have the right values that are aligned with you. In other words, they have integrity, honesty, or whatever your core values are. And understand that what you're trying to do with your product may be to give a great service and get profit, whereas somebody else might be chasing money and then not necessarily focus on the product and the service. Also, number three is don't get bullied. It's very easy, and I've seen this, I've experienced it myself, where people will take advantage of you. They will watch what you're doing, and they will sometimes think you've got a great tool, great asset, you're a great value, and they'll manipulate you, they'll position you, and maybe because they're more experienced, or because they have more contacts, or they're a bigger business, anything like that. It could be that you've just found somebody that's got more money, for example, you want to go into business with them. But just be mindful of that level of relationship where you can get bullied as well. So align your values and don't do business with people that are not aligned with you. Number two, stand up for what you believe in, and if it's not going the right way, or you get a sense that it's not going the right way, then say so and walk away. It's okay. The worst thing is to go into a working business relationship which it goes stale on you, and then it has repercussions later on. And that happens in lots of businesses. It doesn't matter what it is. We've got people watching this that are in retail, people doing online business, people doing property businesses. There's people watching this right now that are looking to do joint ventures. I know that. And if you're watching this and you've got any challenges, any blocks, or anything like that going on at the moment, first thing to do, press pause and go into your intuition and ask yourself, where is it right now I'm feeling the biggest resistance? And I look for loyalty, I look for trust, I look for people to honour their word, and unfortunately a lot of people don't do that these days. So for those of you that have been messaging me quite a lot recently and saying that you kind of related to some of the messages I've been sending out, this one is for all of you that are in that place right now. You've got decisions to make. Maybe you're sat on the fence over, should I go into this business or not? Should I go into this project or not? Should I work with this person or not? Should I step back from this relationship that I've got going on or not? And that comes down to your instinct, your values. Do you get a sense that they're directing this for their own sense of purpose? Are they being honest? Have they followed through in their word to you, and all of those things? And if those things are not lining up and you don't feel they're lining up, walk away. It's okay to do that. You know, there's so many more opportunities out there. It's like relationships to some extent. If you're in a relationship that's maybe not a serious relationship, or you don't feel it's a serious relationship, but you're hanging in there for convenience sake, that's not healthy for either party, either person, whether it's an intimate relationship, a physical sexual relationship, whether it's a business relationship. In my book Turning Point, I talk about this in the relationship section. I talk about 4 levels of relationship, and actually it's transcribable into business. When I did a recent one-day gathering, we have something called the Growth Tribes, where it's a private, closed community. If you haven't come across it at all, go and look up the Growth Tribes podcast. You'll get some free content there. But otherwise, go and look up the www.growthtribes.com and go and have a look at what we're doing over there, because we have a whole community there, and we will hang out together, and I get them into a room. We've got one coming up, I think in March or April, where we all get together, and basically I was sharing about relationships in business, and people were really resonating with that. They're saying, freaking hell, I've realized I'm in a level 1 relationship. You're describing a level 4 relationship, which is up here in business, but actually I've realized my business relationship is down here on a level 1, and that's not serving me. And a lot of people, off the back of that one-day training, and it was just a get-together for all the people hanging out, actually walked away from their business relationships and realised it wasn't serving them. Hopefully this helps. Those of you that have been asking about the communication side of things, we're running our next event in June. It's the 26th, 27th and 28th of June. It's Communicating with Impact. Have a look at the link on this video here. I'm sure there'll be one that's posted at some point and you'll see it there. And come and join us. We've got a crazy offer going on to the end of February. It's got about another week and a half before the early bird ends. Come and join us. You'll be able to really learn how to communicate. Maybe you've got a block with getting a message across to somebody and you don't know how to say it to them. We'll talk about that, how to communicate with impact to one person or 100 people or 1,000 people on business, personal relationships, intimate relationships, raising money, starting a business, growing a business. So yeah, come join us on that. In the meantime, hopefully this has been useful. Remember, don't allow people to push you around. Stand up for your values and make sure you go into business with the right people. And you know what? If you've made mistakes and you find out afterwards this was a bad choice, a bad relationship, a bad business decision, learn from it. And make sure that when you go forward in the future, you're transparent about your experiences with new people and let them know this is a situation I've been in the past. I don't want to have the same thing happen to me again. And people, if you're not careful, people will take your name, your service, your value, what you bring to the table, and they may misuse it elsewhere. So it's better you stand up for what you believe in now and let people be firm with people if you feel that you're being pushed around or not being respected. Hopefully that helps for those of you that asked that question. I'll speak to you soon. I'm off to have a relaxing day with some good friends of mine that are joining me. Take care. Bye.